Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. That'll be complete to Sampson. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. You talk about this Lions defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars if this ball was overthrown.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. And Stroud now to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the former Volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Cowboys at 8-6 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
18, what's up?
They'll run on 1st down. Sampson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Tony.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
19 tackles.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Felton. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
so my latest song. Japanese denim flying straight from Manapon. Rolling out to Durban, Bible pudding with some prawn. Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a don. I go to Miami just for dinner.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dylan Sampson with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. A man who was a collegiate standout nearby in Austin, it's B. John Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd and 4. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. Touchdown, Detroit. Alec Pierce with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And able to get this out to the 25. At their own 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. These two teams all tied after 1. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Stroud. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On the handoff for Van Campbell. And we'll take this one down to the 36. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On first down, Sampson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dylan Sampson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Operating from the gun, Hopkins. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. But pressure gets to him again. Donovan Ezaraku in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ty Felton, 57 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. They'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 64 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but... And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Robinson will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 10.
On the quick, right?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throwing left side, it's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Stroud. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Oh, Eric.
Stroud to throw it. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's go.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Second and 10.
Here we go. Swap. Love a swap.
The throwing again is Stroud. And he comes back with one complete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Stroud working out of the gun. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
4th down. Here's Stroud. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd down and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Wow, and that is incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And his kick is good. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
Yeah, we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first and 10, it's Robinson. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Here's a screen for Robinson. Only 3 there on the screen and second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Brings up second and 7.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
CJ.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
Stroud sets up the play action. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a player of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Throwing now is Stroud. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on third.
Look the hot. Out, what's that? 118. What's that? Hey, no more. Two more.
Stroud looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have the Cowboys first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it would officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Quick throw by Stroud, complete out wide. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now Stroud. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Sampson is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
The score, Cowboys 31, Lions 28. Jack Ryland to kick
So
off.
after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 118 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Hopkins. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 33 yards that time. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And now moving a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Let's think about this stage of the second half. You're taking the chip shot field goal, right?
Boy, I'd love to be on the headset right now between head coach and play caller, because you know it's a heavy conversation right here, because I'm guaranteed the play caller is like, Coach, I've got this. I've got to play for this one. But the smart play, kick the field goal, take the chip shot, 3 points.
Yeah, tie the game.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 21-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Robinson. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. So he stopped for no gain. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now he's loose again. Inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dylan Sampson, 65 yards. And the Cowboys strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hopkins. This pass deep for a Conquo. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Chigaconquo, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st down.
Okay.
Stroud completes this out wide. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check. Tony. Why Tony?
Now Stroud. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Still fighting for more. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Stroud looks to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Trying to take this home, no run. The Lions will use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. Only 29 yards on the punt there, definitely not his best. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity,
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last